DynamicCarStore.com to get the cars. Icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save you plenty. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCarStore.com. Use code Hursty. Go on.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to our QPR Career Mode. Today, bit of a weird episode. Going to be a lot of different things we're kind of looking at, a lot of different things we're kind of focusing on. The first of those things will be the transfer deadline day, August 2022. And obviously, we're going to have a little look at some of the things in the squad. People in the comments have been talking about a couple of different positions we can maybe look to bolster. A few very good suggestions as well. So thank you, of course, to everyone and anyone who has suggested anything. There's a couple of things that we're going to talk about and a couple of things that we might not boost in regards to squad depth that people have suggested, and I will explain why. But we're just going to go through a couple of things. Firstly, obviously, our only real two strikers, we've got our Dykes and Obafemi. We do still have Smith, Alpha and Ramkield. I'm trying to get rid of these two desperately, and I think it's Paul Smith's end of the time for the club in the career mode at least. I don't think he's going to be getting much more game time. But I'm going to stick with Dykes and Obafemi. I think the rotation of two is plenty. And we do have Bright, who I can convert up to a striker, or Ellis Todd, or Elyounoussi. We've got plenty of people that if we needed to play them up there, we could do. If we played with like a centre-forward role, we've got a couple of people that can do that at least short-term anyway. In the middle, obviously, again, a couple of different options. We have Ilias, we've got Todd who can play there, we've got Elyounoussi who can play there, we've got Pepe R, so we're trying to get in there more and more. CDM roles, we've got 4 very good players. Dumble, I am trying to get obviously out of the club just for some like finance, for some money to potentially boost a couple of other positions if we needed it. But we've still got Agu, we've still got Amos, we've still got Chalabar. We've got some very good options in that middle defensive role. Obviously bringing in Webster at the centre back option is fantastic, gives us our main 3 rotation options, and we still have Connor Masterson at the moment at least. I don't think he's gone. No, he is there, but I think we had an offer coming from him, but I can't remember if I accepted it or not. I do not actually remember that at all. Obviously keeper Senny, love him in real life, but in this career mode, he is not really the rotation option for us. But we do have Becker, I believe it is, out on a season-long loan. Hopefully he's going to come back and be near that 70 rating, because if he is, then he will be our rotation player sort of going forward at least. Fullbacks, obviously we have Ludwig, we have Fischer, we have Hammerleinen. That's about it. Lamb, trying to get up there. Obviously, we have Ozzy, who's a bit of a rotation across both, and is now at 70 rating with his form, which obviously things you absolutely love to see. And I'm going to rotate him and actually train him to become a centre-back too. So I think that will be quite helpful to actually have him as an option for a centre-back or as a right-back. I think that will be very good for us going forward as well. But honestly, the squad depth only really comes into effect as when we have lots of busy games. And with us being in Europe, that is going to happen. So we do have to think about it. But what I'm going to do, it sounds crazy, I'm going to work my backside off at getting Bloomin' Lamb right up there in rating, getting this guy as to a high rating as I can, and just bringing him into games every now and again. So the plan is going to be that Ludwig is going to make his way off the bench, or Fischer, or Hammerleinen, or whoever's playing and is rotating out is going to come off the bench, and we're going to have Lamb on the bench, is the plan here. Now, it sounds crazy, it seems crazy, but that's how I'm going to get his sharpness up. That's how I'm going to get him playing and get his rating up a little bit too. So we're going to try it. We're going to see how it goes. Obviously, the youth system, we are looking for a defensive player, preferably looking for a left back. If I find a right back, I will train them to be a left back and we'll be hopefully happy days anyway. But in regards to squad depth and the money, we don't have the most finances. I think we're on about 10 mil, which actually isn't terrible. We're on 12 right now, considering the people that we have brought in and the money we have spent. It's not awful, but I'm going to very quickly say to Ozzy that we are going to train him as a centre-back. I do anything for the team. Thank you, Ozzy, you absolute hero. And I will just very quickly set him to train to be a centre-back. I've actually forgot how you do. Okay, Squad Hub, I remembered. It didn't take me long to remember, thankfully. But yeah, I mean, you can see the amount of people we've got. It's just that a lot of people are out on loan, is the thing. Like, we have a lot of players out on loan. And I think that is going to be just a very, very, I don't know. We need to offload some people at some point. Like, realistically, you can see how many centre-backs we actually do have in the club. You can see the amount of full-backs we have is a lot less, but we just don't have incredible depth, even though we've got a lot of players. So I think the plan this season is really trim down the squad to the players we're going to keep at the club. So people like Dalling, will be going. Duncan, I think it was a loan to buy, so he might be gone anyway. But like Hassini's going to come back. He will definitely be a player we keep long term. We have Ahmed, who's out on loan. Keep him long term. But maybe Matub, he might have to go. Like, if he's not going to make his way into the team, really concentrate on the players that are actually going to be featuring for us Ramkilled, Alpha, these kind of guys will all make their way out of the club. So just going to focus a little bit on which players to keep and which the right ones. But I'm going to go to transfer deadline day. If anything comes up, I will keep you guys up to date with it. There we go. Conor Marston, I thought, had gone, and he has gone. So, yeah, that is the deal there. 1.2 mil allocated. So he has gone. Senny Dieng, they're coming with 750. We're going to have to say no to that. They've already got Becker on loan. Don't try and buy my other keeper. But yes, I will crack on with this. I'll let you guys know if anything happens on transfer deadline day. We won't be actively signing anyone. The money will be kept till January, and we'll try and pick up like a decent free agent if possible. And actually, talking to free agents, someone very interesting that did actually pop up here that I did not expect to see. Harvey Elliott, a free agent. Interesting, right? Okay, I said a couple of players might be going out, and Paul Smith has actually sold to Bristol City. 1.5 mil was the offer. We accepted it. He's worth 1.1 to 1.3, I think it said. So 1.5, I thought, you know what? It's a decent offer, and again, he's not playing for us, so it makes sense to let him go. 1.1 mil in the kitty. And, mate, Paul Smith is a player I absolutely love in real life, but it just never seems to really kick in for him, which is unlucky. Dunn was potentially going out on loan, but it broke down. And Eze, 14.2 mil. Okay, this deadline was actually really boring. There was so little going on. We weren't offered many options, and that was about it. Like, we had one offer after it, so this has just come through for Don Ball, which I'll look at now, and we're going to look at our monthly scouting as well. So the offer for Don Ball is actually 5 million, which I'm very tempted to at least consider. I'm going to say 7.5 to 6, so I'll accept 6. I won't really be upset with that at all. So 6 mil would be fantastic, and again we'll go towards the January sales because we won't get that money till then anyway, and 16 grand a week isn't too bad either. But let's have a look at these monthly scouting reports. Let's see if there's anything good. Daniel Clayton sadly doesn't look that great, neither does Thomas Charles. James Tucker, however, looks like decent potential. Ronnie Hogg, not quite as good potential. Jay Allison is a no from me. James Tucker doesn't look bad, but that beginning overall is a bit of a worry, and he's a central player, so he could be a CDM, he could be a centre mid, and ideally we need those defensive players. But we're going to pick up James Tucker. I think, again, the potential is there, so we'll have a look and see what he is saying right now. Let's have a little gander and see what the position is as well. He is a CDM, which isn't the end of the world. Again, great potential, but not a great starting rating. 50. It could be worse, although he can actually play centre-back, which isn't too bad, but I'd need to train him as a left-back, and the pay 63, I don't think that's going to work. Okay, I've done something here. I've definitely gone in and picked up the free agent we were talking about earlier. I've picked up Harvey Elliott, okay? I've done it. I've just picked up Harvey Elliott. I've just gone with it. It felt like a really ridiculous thing to pass up. Somebody as good as Harvey Elliott to come in and try and buy him. Also, very quickly, you can see that we did consider Eze. The £14 million offer for Rennes was never going to get accepted because they wanted 36. So that is what it is. But Harvey Elliott, he's on 20 grand a week, which is a bit more than I would have liked to have offered him. But we have picked him up on a free, and I think that's really good. 73 rated. He asked for a rotation role. He asked for that. So that's really, really good for us. The fact that he's not expecting to start. But we've now got Harvey Elliott, a player that, you know, a lot of Liverpool fans especially really think he's going to become something pretty big in the future. And now we've got him just as a straight-up rotation player in the club. So that, I think, is a really, really good pickup. I'm really happy with that. Obviously, we have plenty of options for these kind of positions. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to train him to play as a right mid instead of a right winger. And we've just got plenty of choices now because, like, Elyounoussi, for example, very tired. So I could just put him straight on that bench and we're good to go. So let me know your thoughts on that. It was a free pickup. I just thought it kind of felt silly to pass it up as somebody as good as Harvey Elliott was there as a free with good potential. So I thought, you know what? We'll go with it. But I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully you guys are too. 19 years of age, 73 rated. I think we've done well there. Okay, so now we've got to our first game of the episode, and we are up against Brighton, who are playing a 5 at the back. They signed Egan, by the way, from Atlanta, which is a fantastic pickup. Very good thing. Like we did with Webster, bringing them back from abroad back to England. I think it's a pretty cool signing. But we have basically got our strongest 11 out there. Harvey Elliott is on the bench. Elyounoussi dropping out because he's still a little bit tired, even though he's had like over a week to really get that fitness back up. His fitness levels just don't seem to go up quickly. I don't know what it is. I don't know why his fitness doesn't seem to come back quickly, but Elyounoussi has been absolutely shafted by EA because his fitness ruins him for career modes. But regardless, we're going to get into this and hopefully we can get back into winning ways. I think the last episode, I think we had a couple of stinker games, but we won't do what we did against Crystal Palace. Yes, I'm still thinking about that. But regardless, let's get into our first game. Here at the Kyan Prince, you can see the sun is setting, and hopefully it will set and we'll have 3 points in the bag. And hopefully we can just play well today. I'm really looking forward to this. I haven't played this career mode in what feels like ages, although it was literally a couple of days ago. But I do absolutely love playing this career mode. I'm having so much fun with it, so I really look forward to using this team every single time we step out on the pitch. But Rob Dickie leads the boys onto the pitch up against a Brighton side, which are a very strong, very tall side in this career mode as well. So hopefully we can come away with the 3 points. It's going to be tough, but come on you Rs. Oh, Lewis is in space here, but Fish is going to try and get back there as quickly as he can. But Lewis, I think that's the Lewis is at Newcastle in real life. Oh, but good tackle there from Dickie. Did take it past Fisher, but thankfully Dickie was equal there to step in and make a difference at the back. But now we see a bit of a space here for Ellis Todd to potentially try and get him behind. The good first touch. Actually, it wasn't a very good first touch, and it's a good tackle. Oh, they've worked the ball forward here. Oh, well done, Dickie. Stepping in, but passing it out poorly. And now they've worked it through again. Ramsdale doing what Aaron Ramsdale does in this career mode, and that is make saves. Absolute hero. First real effort of the game here, and it has gone off the pitch for a corner. Got to try and do our best to keep this out. I think I've got Ellis Todd here. Nice and tall, Ellis Todd. Oh, no, not quite. Got to send it out, but he also offside. Well done, boys. Mate, it's been a bit of a stressful, bit of a weird first half. That is literally the first time the ball's gone off the pitch, apart from one throw-on. So it just shows it's been a very scrappy sort of losing of possession a lot this game, and two teams that are struggling to really do too much with the ball. And now we're going to try and do something here. Ellis Todd on the right hand side, going to cut inside. He's got Lewis up against him, going to play it inside to Lyndon Dykes. Pepe needs to get onside there, mate. I'd have played it straight across to you, but Luke Amos back to Lyndon. Lyndon is going to lose it. Scrappy stuff there, but again, we're just not getting the chances. Haven't tested the keeper once yet. Not too long left in this half, and yet again, we have not really offered too much, as I said before, and I think we're just offside here with Ellis Todd. We're not onside. We are onside. Come on. Plays it back. Pepe Arce in his left peg. Good block from the defender, but that's the first real chance we've had. Play it down inside. Lyndon turns. Lyndon shoots. What a save from the keeper. Pepe Arce isn't going to get the shot. I think it's Ladimia, I think is his name. I think he's at Galatasaray in real life. That is a very, very good block there, because Pepe was through with a good chance. But, mate, we really came to life right at the end at this half, and that was a really, really tough one for us, because Brighton weren't much better than us, but we weren't very good. I have to say, if any side was looking to get a goal in that first half, it was Brighton, just with the way they pushed through. But that last chance there shows that we did have something in the tank. We just weren't doing much with it for the whole start. But you can see how even that game was looking at those stats. Going to keep the same lineup, I think, for now. I don't think we really warrant making any changes yet. We might bring on Harvey Elliott at some point. It might be Ilias that comes on. I haven't fully decided yet. Ellis Todd will go to Cam if we bring on Harvey Elliott. Otherwise, it'll be a light-for-light swap. Ilias probably coming in for Pepe Arce, just because obviously the Cam is like the hardest working spot in the team. Pepe Arce has not got the best stamina. He's still working that up, and that's going to happen more and more game by game. But second half, we just need to get more involved, offer more, and really actually test the keeper, because so far we've only done that once. But you know what? Not a bad place to start here. Lyndon. Oh, Pepe making a good run, but I had to turn around and go backwards here. We get it now. Out wide to Ellis Todd. Pepe Arce. Going to have to be greedy here, I think. Pepe Arce. Put it back onto your left, mate. Have a go. Good block from the defender, but it's still alive. Lyndon. Up to Pepe. Down to Lyndon. Down to Ellis Todd. Going to pull onto his right. Oh, Ellis Todd scuffed it. Ryan making his first proper... Well, actually, no, he made a save in the first half, didn't he? But, mate, that was a decent effort, but the shot from Ellis wasn't quite what we needed. Lyndon Dykes now. We see Pepe trying to make a run through the middle. Going to play it to Bright. Back up to Lyndon. Lyndon is going to try and power forward. Plays it to... Oh, this is the one, surely. Gets in there. Pepe Arce gets himself another goal in this season. Lyndon Dykes with a beautiful assist. Mate, things you love to see. Pepe Arce getting himself on the score sheet yet again. Honestly, you know what? We've got Jack to thank for this. Ever since Jack got us that dynamic card of Pepe Arce, he has stepped up to the plate. He's been nothing short of fantastic. He's been getting goals left, right and centre. So shout out to Mr. Flawless Mistakes. But lovely stuff. Dykes unselfish. And that is a fantastic strike from Pepe Arce, finding the top corner there. That's his first goal in the league, but he's scored goals this season. He's definitely getting himself into a little bit of form, and it is stuff you absolutely love to see. 1-0. And you know what? The form from the end of the first half has carried into the second, and we are playing much better for it. Bright is going to try and take this past Zambo Anguissa, and you know what? He has got the legs in him. Zambo's not a slow player, but bloomin' mate, Bright Sarsemi, one of the quickest in the league probably. That is a good cross, but that is a good block from the defender there. And you know what? I think it's time, 62 minutes in, he's going to be a little bit tired by now already, and he is. Ellis Todd is going to go in and play Cam. Or is he better at centre forward? I don't remember. No, he's better at cam. It says he can't, even though he's got a +4. Fantastic. But Harvey Elliott is going to make his debut for QPR here. We are going to give him a bit of a run out and see if he can do a job for us and see just how he does, see how he plays, see how he feels. We're going to try and get him trained up in the skill moves to get him to at least a 4-star. But Pepe Arce is making way for Harvey Elliott, who's going to make his way on for his debut at, I nearly said Loftus Road. It is Loftus Road, Kyan Prince, whichever you would like to call it. But let's see if we can carry this up with this corner, whip it in there. Oh, Chalobah up to it. You know what? Harvey Elliott on his first touch here. He's going to have a go. And it wasn't bad, was it? That is a very good ball over the top here. Lewis yet again up against Fisher, but Rob Dickey up and getting rid of that cross. And actually, we've got a bit of a chance to counter here. We've got Harvey Elliott on the ball. Ellis Todd obviously now in the cam spot with a bit of space in the middle. Going to try and set away Lyndon Dykes. Oh, an interesting first touch, but he has managed to take it past the defender. And that there is a finish on Lyndon Dykes' left foot. Makes it 2-0. And mate, that is a lovely bit of play. That first touch from Dykes, I thought the defender just had him. And in the first half, I think he would have done. But this second half, you know what? We have just been taking it past the defenders a lot easier than we did in the first. Maybe a little bit of stamina, maybe a little bit of fitness is coming into effect there. But the defender kind of just half-heartedly puts a toe in there, but doesn't get the ball. And Lyndon finds himself with a goal in this game. And I don't know how many goals he scored this season, but he's, again, doing not too bad. He's got 4 goals already. That's not a bad little return there. I think, what, 6 goals, 6 games maybe into the league? I might be wrong there, but he's not doing bad at all. 4 goals, absolutely things you love to see. 2-0, come on you Oz. Oh, I may have just got Chalobah booked, but actually this is a good time to talk about the fact that we're making a couple of subs here. Actually, he hasn't been booked. Fantastic. But we've brought on Lamb at left back for Hammerleinen, and Lyndon Dykes is going off for Obafemi. Just some fresh legs. Obviously, a floating ball there as well. Fantastic. But again, like I said, I want to get Lamb on the pitch every now and again, just to get that stamina and everything up, and just get the match sharpness up, and just see if we can get him, I don't know, up a little bit in rating. See if we can get him to maybe near a 60 this season. Good block there from Chalobah as he stops the ball coming in. But again, obviously, Obafemi, great striker. Trying to rotate him in every now and again as well. And actually a ball through here. Him and Bright Isaiah Samuel sort of almost tripping each other up a little bit. But you know what? Obafemi, unselfish. Oh, good block from the defender. 10 minutes on the clock. We're looking comfortable right now. Attacking one on the counter. Getting plenty of the ball anyway. But we're just playing very, very well. I'm very happy with how this has gone so far. Ball into, I think that's Webster. But it has been cleared by the Brighton defence. Again, just try and whip it in. Again, aim at Webster. Again, cleared, sadly. Brighton working the ball forward here. Got a little bit of space. We've got Webster coming out there. Good tackle from Webster. Lamb now up against Paulinia. See how he can do here. You can see how tall he is. He's definitely a centre-back build. But we're playing him at that left-back spot, and that's a really good tackle there from Dickey as he helps us get that ball away. And only a couple of minutes left on the clock in this extra time, so we're going to just stick with this now as we burst through on a counter-attack. Possibly the last chance of the game. Going to play it inside. Not a very good pass to Obafemi, but Obafemi tries to play it back. The defender gets it, passes it back to Ryan, and that is surely going to be all she wrote. It is indeed 2-0 to the R's. Very, very happy with that result. We definitely came to life. It took us about 40 minutes to do so, but we did come to life right at the end of that second half, and then we just took the game by the horns there and just absolutely ran away with it. So very happy with that. Really good result. Very good general performance. Harvey Elliott didn't feel too bad on the ball. Had a good left peg on him as well. Love to see that. Lyndon and Pepe Arce picking up goals as well, which are things you love to see. But in general, just a good performance. Really happy with that. You can see... You're kidding me. Wait, who's just signed in? Who's done that? Well, that was a close one. We're okay. It didn't cancel. It didn't close it. We are absolutely fine. So we're going to move on. Good job, boys. I stressed it. I was like, what am I going to do? We're okay. We're okay. Okay, so after that game in the league, I'm very quickly going to have a little look and see what that puts us on, because actually I'm quite curious as to where we now sit in the league. I think we were 6th before that game. We are now 5th, so that's fantastic. So that's 5 games played. Very happy indeed. Again, that one loss, without that, we'd actually be up there with Chelsea and Spurs in that unbeaten run, which is really good to see. But we are right up amongst it. You can see the teams are around. Very, very good stuff. Palace, by the way, doing absolute bits. Ibire clearly doing them very well, I have to be honest there. But... we have now got our first game in the Europa League, and I'm very, very stressed. It's against Olympiacos. It's probably the second toughest game of this group. If we win this game and we can comfortably play against Olympiacos, I honestly think we'll be quite ready and quite set for this group, and I think we'll do pretty well. So I'm going to get ourselves to that game, get ready for it, and hopefully take them on. But there will be a little bit of rotation. I also, before we carry on, want to apologise that the record and everything has been at the bottom of the screen. Didn't realise I was on that, like, overlay. My bad. Okay, so you can see the rotations that we have gone for here. We have brought in Carter Vickers and Ludwig into the back line. Agu has come in at CDM. Elyounoussi and Ilias Chair both starting. Lyndon Dykes is going to keep his place, but at some point I would like to sub him off for Obafemi. And again, we have got very good options on the bench. We've got Bright, Harvey Elliott still there. We've still got Chalabar, Kakai, and then we also have Lamb, who again hopefully will feature in this game. But you can see, not a 5 at the back. Anything's possible. Okay, first game in the Europa League knockouts, and it is a home game, so we do get to stay at home, nice and close to home, but we are against Arsenal's least favourite side, Olympiacos. Today, hopefully, we can just take them on. Hopefully, we can just beat them. A win here today, and that puts us in a really good position to see this group out and try and, you know, aim for that top 2 spot. That's the main thing. So, without further ado, QPR against Olympiacos. The stage is set. Europa League. Here we come. Come on, you Oz. Amos on the ball here. Going to play it out wide to Elyounoussi. Elyounoussi, go on, take your man on, mate. Go on, Elyounoussi. Lovely stuff. Good run. Gets into a good spot, but that is a very good keeper. Very good keeper. Very good save from the keeper, sorry. Dickey been forced out wide because Ludwig was caught a little bit higher up the pitch here. Got to be careful not to let them through. Got to try and get back there. Ludwig now is back, but he's up against Kamara, who we know is a decent little player. Good tackle there. Lovely stuff from Ludwig. Great tackle. And now we've got to bring this away. Elyounoussi plays it inside to Lyndon Dykes. Dykes, the weirdest chip you're ever going to see in your life, but Ilias brings it down. Lyndon Dykes is clean through. Lyndon Dykes makes it 2. What a brilliant turnaround as well. I say turnaround, but to go from like 0-0 to 2-0 in like 5 minutes, that's great. Really good stuff. We won the ball straight off them on the kickoff and then just attacked. Lovely stuff. The weirdest chip to Ilias, to chip it up to the shortest player on the pitch is the weirdest thing you'll ever see. But he brought it down, and Lyndon, with a cool, calm and collected finish, makes it 2-0, gets his first goal in the Europa League. And mate, we're looking good. 2-0 after 18. Lovely stuff. They've played a ball forward here. Got to be careful. Carter Vickers going to try and see his man out a little bit, but Rob Dickey's back there to help him too. Amos now going to try and get involved, as is Agu. That's a really good pass, but a terrible and tame shot from the striker. So simple stuff for Ramsdale. Well, half-time and 2-0 up, sitting pretty comfortable. And I'm not going to lie to you, because of how obviously long-winded the start of the episode was and everything, just because I know this is going to be an incredibly long episode, we are actually going to sim, not like jump to result, we are going to sim the rest of this game. And we're going to keep the team the same as it is for now. But obviously, I'll walk everything through. And if we need to jump back in, then I will do. But I know that this has been a long episode. I know that the start of the episode was quite a bit longer. Obviously, a couple of like things to do, like talking about the squad and etc. So just for the sake of it not being like a half-hour episode, which it very easily could be, we're just going to sim the second part of this. Plus, obviously, as you guys saw, did have a couple of technical issues, so I have no idea. I've got no concept now because my recording time is all over the place. But that's a good block there, by the way, from I think it was Dickey. Really good stuff indeed. You know what? We'll jump back to it very quickly. Oof, thank God he's butchered that. I was going to say, as we take this goal kick, I'll make some changes. But thankfully, he missed that kick there. We're going to take off Ellis Todd, and we are going to bring on Harvey Elliott, because Ellis Todd, obviously, I would like nice and fit for the league game. We've got a game in like 2 days' time. So actually, for the same reason, bringing off Dykes. I'm glad I reminded myself of that. So we'll bring him off as well. We probably will end up bringing on Lamb, but I'm going to wait just a little bit, just a tad, and see how long I can keep Hämäläinen on for. Because Hämäläinen, obviously, we do need to rotate. Also, Dickey, actually. So Dickey or Hämäläinen. Who do I rotate there? Because obviously we'd like at least one of them, if not both, for the league game. But we've got Ozzy on the bench as well, so he can come on if we need to. But nice little bit of play. Good little stuff there. Bit of a wasted chance there. Okay, I'm going to go to team management, and we're going to bring on... Dickey's the more tired of the two. So we're going to bring on Lamb as a centre-back. He actually gets a +2 as centre-back. That's something worth probably remembering. So we'll keep him there at centre-back and bring him on for Dickey. It's a very, very big change. It's a very risky change as well. But with 2 goals up, and we're mainly focusing on points rather than goal difference at the moment. Obviously, it being the first game, I'll make those mistakes if I make them. It is what it is. But let's just see if we can just see this game out. 20 minutes to go. I'm fairly confident in the boys. They've played very well with and without me. So very optimistic that we can just see this one out now without too much of a hassle. But this is Amos running down the wing here. He's not going to cross it because the AI never do in these simmed games. But that's okay. Works it inside. It's a bit of a shame. Didn't quite fall the way we wanted it to. Now we've got 10 minutes left. And the change still hasn't been made because the ball has gone nowhere near going off the pitch at all. But we have got the ball now with Obafemi. That's a nice bit of rotation into Ilias. Ilias chair. Oh, he took it past the defender, but it seems like he left it behind him. Bit of a shame that. And I don't think this change is going to happen. I'm fairly sure Dicky is going to be knackered for this next game now instead of coming off the pitch for that rotation. But it is what it is. Those things happen. It's part of the issues with simming it, but they've worked it inside. Good block there from the defence. Good little switch there from Ilias Chair. Plays it into Obafemi now. Obafemi is going to turn backwards, apparently, instead of working his way forward. Kicks it backwards. That is full time. Lovely stuff. 2-0. What a start for us in the Europa League. Big dub. And with finishing the game is where we are actually going to see this one off. I'll see if there's any other... Yeah, okay. So I'm not too upset with that. Got to be honest with you. What about thinking of replacing me? Oh, right. No, mate. You're doing great. You're doing fantastic, Rob. Keep it up, mate. Captain. Don't you forget that, pal. But that is going to be where we end today's episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, then please do leave a like on this video. Hopefully you guys are okay with the Harvey Elliott pickup. I think it was a pretty cool sign. And the fact he was a free agent, I think it makes it acceptable with what we did. It makes sense to have picked him up when he was going for free. I think it would have been crazy to pass up on that. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. Again, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Helps me, the video, the channel, and the series out a whole bunch. If you're new to the channel, please do hit that sub button. Means a lot. And don't forget to turn notifications on. You'll be told anytime that we upload a video or indeed go live with the live stream. And don't forget, we stream on YouTube and Twitch now at 3 PM every weekday and on Saturdays. But for now, guys, thank you very much for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome. And I'm going to see you soon. Look after yourselves. And of course, wash those hands, guys.
Nah, his
in a
name
bit.
is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty games, yeah, you already know. Hursty.